Hey, I'm Jim at RC4, and today we're going to make a LumenDim M4 ring a telephone. So kind of a wireless telecue thing. You don't have to use a wireless either. Remember, all our Series 3 devices can also be used as wired DMX. So it's really a telecue and a whole lot of other stuff, and then the wireless option. So let's talk through first the steps and the things that we need. We need a telephone. I'm using an old-fashioned Bell phone, but any phone that rings in a Bell network kind of way will work from this. We need the dimmer, and we're going to have to configure it with a special waveform that generates AC. And then we need a little step-up transformer. So this is an ordinary power supply transformer. You can get these from electronics shops, easy to get them online, and it has to be one with a center tap on the secondary side. So secondary is the low voltage, primary is the high voltage. So instead of using it the way a power supply normally does, where you connect the AC of, say, 120 volts, or if in the UK, 240, and then it steps down to 8 or 12 or 15, transformers work both ways. So we put the low voltage in, and the high voltage comes out the other side. That's what we need to ring a bell. Telephone bells ring between 80 and 100 volts approximately. So let's do the first step of configuring the dimmer. So LumenDim M4. This is currently in the default state. It's been restored to defaults before I started here. And I just want to show you that. Channels 1, 2, 3, and 4. ISL curve, just making the 4 dimmers work. So, super basic. It's not ready to ring a telephone yet. Now, I would like to make this telephone ring on DMX channel 25. And we're going to use Enhanced OneTouch. This is a little feature kind of buried in the documentation. All of the dimmer curves available are hidden at a low end of the OneTouch process. So where you've normally been doing set it at 30%, set it at 50%, and so on, big windows to very easily get to the common curves, you've also got a tighter matrix of all the curves down that start at a level of 20. So a DMX level of 20 gives you ISL slow, 21 gives you ISL fast, 22 you get linear, and so on, all the way up now through curves that you can't get other ways. And value of 30 selects the AC wave generator. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go to DMX channel 25, and I'm setting it to a level of 30. And then over here, I want to use remember we're ganging 2 dimmers together to make AC. So I'm going to select C, and there right away we start seeing that pulsing because the channel is up. So that is AC toggling back and forth between those 2 dimmers, C and D as a pair. That's AC wave mode. And when I bring the level up and down, you'll see the brightness changes because we actually have amplitude control of a synthesized AC wave. It's kind of cool. So now, with that channel down, we're going to wire the transformer in. Remember I said it has to be a center tap transformer. On our dimmers, the common on the outputs is positive. So the center tap goes to the plus side. And then each of the legs, the outside legs of that secondary coil, go to a negative side of a dimmer, of the 2 dimmers that we're ganging. It's really convenient the way the terminals are laid out on all of our dimmers. It ends up to be 3 terminals in a row that do this. I'll show you that. Close. It's really easy to do. The negative of C, then the common in between, and the negative of D. And that's it. We've wired up our transformer. So now, when we bring that up, it goes through the transformer's low voltage, steps up to AC, up around 100 volts, and this is ready to ring a phone. Now let's go over to the phone. I have changed the connector on the end of this just to make it convenient for me and what I do. But you could keep an RJ11 on there, regular telephone. You could put an RJ11 jack on your transformer. Then you've got a ready-to-go thing to ring any bell, any telephone with a regular connector. So now we will make that connection. And if I've done all of it right, let's see what happens. There we go. We can ring a bell. And also what's kind of neat, remember you're making the cadence in your console. I want to point that out too. When the channel is up, the phone is ringing. You've got a little bit of amplitude control. If I ease it in, so you could might be able to do sort of a horror movie thing with that or something. But you know, usually you're gonna put it on full. So and the other nice feature, because it's using a traditional phone wired its normal way, here's the ring, and When I pick it up, the bell is turned off because of the switch. So, super straightforward. That's how you make a phone ring. This actually works with all Series 3 dimmers, but this was the LumenDim demo.